Chances are, if you're clicking on this video, you have no idea who I am, and you just saw the thumbnail where it said, I need your help, and you're wondering, why does this random dude need my help? Well, I'm going to tell you why I need your help. Over the last 5 to 6 years, my gaming life has been awful. It's taken backseat to other priorities, such as starting my own business, my fitness journey, and getting through college. When I did make time or have the interest to play games, I would often default to comfort games like FIFA, even though I don't consider FIFA to be a good game. Well, not anymore, at least. But when I did play other games, I would rarely finish them. The main game that I can remember finishing in the past 5 to 6 years, Starfield was one of them. I've played through Skyrim a few times over. And I played a lot of Elden Ring, but I never finished it. But that was more so due to its difficulty and me being bad at the game, as opposed to me not being interested in finishing it. So you can probably see where I'm going with this. There's a lot of games that I've missed in the last 5 to 6 years, but I promise you, it's worse than that. Even when I was younger, I had a more diverse gaming portfolio, but it was pretty bland even then, consisting mostly of Call of Duty, FIFA, and Minecraft. But even in my earliest gaming days back on the GameCube and Wii, I didn't finish much of what I started back then. I can think of a lot of games like Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, Paper Mario, and the Thousand Year Door. Just games like that I would start as a kid, but my attention span never allowed me to finish them. And then maybe it was due to my age, being super young at the time. I was born in 2000, and there was just a lot of games that I was not aware of at the time that I didn't play. So basically what I'm getting at here is, over the course of my entire life, I've called myself a gamer, but there is so much that I haven't played, and I'm ashamed to tell you honestly. So that's where my backlog comes in. The backlog for me is a little bit different than what it is for a lot of people. It's similar in that it's a lot of games that I either own or just have seen that I want to play. But compared to other people's backlogs, for me, it's a lot less strict. It's my way of breaking free from old habits and finally diving into games that I've always wanted to try, spanning from classics to newer releases. It's really just about rediscovering the joy of gaming and exploring what I've been missing out on. But let's dive into it. So this is my backlog. And as you can see, it's got a bunch of games from various eras of gaming that I want to dive into. We've got multiplayer games like Mario Super Sluggers that I'm playing with my wife. We've got some games that I played growing up, like Sonic Heroes and Sonic Riders, Sonic Unleashed, Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door. These are games that I used to play as a kid that I never finished, that I've always kind of reminisced on and thought, I want to go back and finish that one day. So that's why they are there. Final Fantasy games, as well as some of the Legend of Zelda games. I never played any of those. So I've heard they're great and I want to go back and play them. For the Final Fantasy games, I looked up which ones were considered to be the best, and these are the ones that came up, so that's kind of what I put on here. I have played a little bit of Final Fantasy Tactics on a little handheld emulator I have, so that's why that's there, because it was fun. So yeah, we got games old that I've played, games old that I haven't played that I want to play. So that's kind of one of the main categories on here. Another category that we're going for is more recent and some not so recent, like The Witcher 3, but just more recent games that are considered to be like major hits that I want to experience. But let's go through here one by one, shall we? So Ghost of Tsushima. I've been playing this game since last year, and it's amazing. Arguably one of the best games I've ever played. It is so good, but I just haven't been consistent with my gaming, and now I'm really trying to sit down and finish this thing. I've been loving it, and yeah, I'm excited. I think I still have a long way to go, but Yeah, it's been great. Mario Super Sluggers. Like I said, I am playing that with my wife, and we're having a great time with it. And I mean, it's a simple game. As for beating it, completing the game, it's got a career mode that I don't think is too long that I never finished as a kid. So I'm excited to finish that and unlock all the characters. I kind of want to 100% the game. Moonlighter is a game I've been playing. Slay the Spire, some more indie-like games that I've been playing that are pretty fun. But we won't go one by one here. We'll skip around a little bit. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is an interesting one. I know I used to love the Assassin's Creed games growing up. Unity and Revelations were my two main Assassin's Creed games, and they were really cool. I loved those games. I played Black Flag as well. That was really good. But after Unity, I had some buddies that played the Assassin's Creed games, and I would try to play them. They just never caught my attention. I'm a huge Viking fan, so I'm like, let me give an Assassin's Creed game a chance. I have a buddy who played this, said it was amazing, but then a lot of classic Assassin's Creed fans say that the new ones just aren't as good. So I'm going to give it a shot. I was just going to pick one Assassin's Creed game and give it a go and see how it is. Not 100% the game or anything like that, but kind of just mess around and beat the story. And that's the one I decided to go with. So there's that. Hollow Knight, I've seen a lot of people playing this game. I think it's an indie game, but it looks so much fun. So I just want to dabble into different categories. I want to try new things. So that's one of the ones I want to look into. Path of Exile. I heard the second one came out. I own this game on Steam, so I said, why not? Sonic Unleashed, play that. I own these as emulators on my Wii. And then The Witcher 3. I played this growing up a little bit when it first came out and thought it was sick. And for some reason, I got busy with school back in high school, and I never picked up playing it again. So everyone says it's like one of the best games ever. Some people disagree, but from what I got to see, I thought it was amazing. So I'm looking forward to finishing that. Cyberpunk 2077, probably one of the most controversial games I have ever seen. Came out, had a rough launch is what I've heard, and now people say that if you give it a chance, it really is like fine-tuned and a great game. Pretty good modding community as well, I believe. So I like modding, but I'll give it a playthrough without mods first and see how it is. I like sci-fi and stuff like that. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but I've never really dove into that kind of category, so I'm curious. God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok. Love the idea of these games. Why I never played them, no clue. But I played two God of War games in my time. Never beat them. They were on the PSP, and I just remember growing up and getting stuck. I couldn't find the path where to go in one of them, and both of them actually, and so I just gave up playing them. But I thought Kratos was one of the most dope characters ever when I was a kid. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing those. When I get to them, I don't know. Horizon Zero Dawn is another one that looks beautiful. The graphics, like I'm excited to play this on PlayStation 5 maybe. I could play it on PC as well. I want to play this just for the visuals. It looks so good. I don't know much about the gameplay or the story or anything really, but I'm excited to play it for the visuals mostly and just kind of mess around and see what it's about. It Takes Two. I want to have some games on here that I can play with my wife, because if I just play games by myself, she's probably going to get a little bit lonely and jealous. So yeah, threw that in there just to mix it up a little bit. Metro Exodus is one that looks pretty interesting. Always wanted to play, but I've seen it on so many sales, but I just never brought myself to buy it. Don't know why. Like I explained earlier, I've always stuck to comfort games, but it's one that I do want to kind of give a shot. I've heard it's pretty good. Red Dead Redemption 2. Everyone says it's like one of the best games, if not the best game ever. So depends on who you are. So I'm looking forward to that one. I'm a massive fan of big open worlds. Skyrim is probably my number one game of all time at the moment. I want to see if that changes this year. I want it to change. I don't want Skyrim to be the game that when someone asks, what's your favorite game? I don't want to say Skyrim. I've been saying that since almost middle school, I think. So I'm tired of saying that. I'm ready for something new. Sonic Shadow Generations, it looks so good. People are saying it's one of the best Sonic games to have come out in recent years. So just continuing that recent Sonic Renaissance period. I'm looking forward to it. Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man Miles Morales. I played the first one on PlayStation 4. I owned the Spider-Man PlayStation 4. I loved that game. Why I never played these, I have no idea. But I'm really looking forward to it. I remember watching the trailer for Spider-Man 2. I don't know much about Miles Morales, that game, I should say. I don't know. I know a lot about the character. I don't know much about that game. But Spider-Man 2, I watched the trailer for and was so hype when it launched. Never played it. I don't know. So I'm looking forward to those a lot, actually. The Last of Us, I think I mentioned these briefly, but we'll go over it again. People stand by these games from what I've seen and say they're some of the best games, some of the best stories ever. I've heard some controversial things about part 2, but I don't know anything about these games other than the zombies are some of the craziest zombies in any form of media ever. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, so we'll see. The Legend of Zelda games, I've got 4 of them on here. I want to play these newer ones on the Switch. I've heard they're so good, but I also want to play some of the older games. I want to go play some of the classics. Where are the origins of these new great games coming from? I want to see the history a little bit. So I'm really looking forward to these games and diving into them. Yeah, you'll have to let me know, what is your favorite Legend of Zelda game? Let me know in the comments. Baldur's Gate 3, it says completed this year, January 1st. It took me all last year to beat this game. Arguably my favorite game of all time. It's up there with Skyrim and Ghost of Tsushima. Had so much fun with this as a single player game playthrough. I'm going to play it again this year, multiplayer on PC with one of my buddies. So looking forward to that. Yeah, it was a great game, but it's kind of cheating to put it on here for a 2025 game because I beat it on the first, but yeah, I just need to put something on here that said completed to make myself feel a little bit better, to be honest. That's why it's here. Final Fantasy Tactics, have it on this little emulator handheld device and played a little bit when we went to my wife's family for Christmas. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Ghost Recon games. Now these say on hold. It's because I've played a ton of both of these. Breakpoint, I beat the main story, but there's still more in it that I want to play. I know this game gets clowned on a lot. I love it. It's so good. Then Wildlands, everyone is correct when they say Wildlands is better than Breakpoint. This game is so good. And yeah, I haven't beat this one. I got stuck on a mission and never went back to it because I was stuck on it for like a month. So yeah, I'll have to go back and I want to finish these. Then finally we have Elden Ring and Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. They say abandoned for 2 different reasons. Elden Ring, I got stuck. I'm so trash at the game, but it's so much fun. If I was good at the game, it would be my #1 game of all time. And that's probably not a good reason not to have it there. It's just a user error, user problem. But I'm just being honest. I couldn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to because I'm garbage. So it could have been #1. And it's still probably top 5. Yeah, I got stuck, couldn't beat this one boss, and probably didn't give it enough of an effort as I probably could have. I know some people go hardcore, dying 100+ times to a boss. I don't have it in me to do that. So maybe I'll never beat the game, but it's here because I do want to try. I want to go back and beat it. Maybe I can do it on a live stream and you guys can give me some pointers, give me some tips and let me know. Go through the journey with me. Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. A lot of people said this was not a good Lego game, but I liked it a lot. As for why I abandoned it, just got too busy with work and growing my business, and I just never went back to it. And I've had plenty of opportunities too, and I just haven't had the desire to go back and play it. Deep down, I want to finish this game because I enjoyed it, and it was such a cool concept, a change of pace for the Lego scene, at least from the games that I played, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so just for the Star Wars fan in me, I want to finish it. I want to 100% it. I want to unlock every character. And yeah, so that's why it's here. But yeah, that's my backlog. This is my list. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments. And as for how I'm going to play these games, there is no real order or goal. I don't care to finish a certain number of games this year. My plan is to go off of vibes mostly. I have no set expectations, and I just want to play whatever sounds fun. I'm willing to add plenty of games. I know I will. I might finish the year with more games on here than what I started with. It's definitely going to grow. And plus, I want you guys to suggest games for me to play. What have I missed? What classics? Some niche games that I've never heard of. Do you guys want me to play? And then some like games that I probably have heard of that I just don't have here that you think I'll enjoy. And as I go, and you can see some of my reviews that I'll post on the channel based off what I'm enjoying, maybe you can make some suggestions based around that. But that's my backlog. You guys will have to let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. What games do you think I've missed out on? What games do you think I added that I probably shouldn't have added? Not saying I'll take them off, but just curious to know your thoughts. What are some games you guys want me to play and experience? If there's any games that you want to see me play, do like a live playthrough, I can live stream, or maybe just a Let's Play series. You have to let me know what you guys think. But overall, like I said, this isn't just about finishing a certain number of games this year. It's about experiencing stories, challenges, and worlds, and all kinds of lore that I've missed out on over the years. Maybe some that you guys grew up loving or are still loving to this day. And I just want to experience these things for myself and really just branch out, try new things, new types of games, see new stories, and just all that good stuff. But most importantly, I want to take you guys along for the ride. So like I said, let me know what you want to see me play, what games you want to hear me talk about, just give my thoughts on. And as for what you guys can expect, I plan on doing some maybe monthly or every other month updates on what I've been playing, how many games I've beaten the past few months. Not that I'm in a rush, but just keep you guys, updated and keep you guys going along for the ride and whatnot. But so thank you again for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.